What's up, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Judas Priest. And we're back for the second to last tune on the 1979 live album, Unleashed in the East, live in Japan. Once again, shout out to Cindy for sharing this, and for the patience as we've gone through it at a leisurely rate, though that is, again, a product of just all the different things I do on the channel. In any case, the second to last tune is Hell Bent for Leather. I'm intrigued by the title. I remember seeing when I first looked at their discography when I began this deep dive that there's an album by this title, so it's a title track of one of their albums. And yeah, I think it speaks to the visual aesthetic, the sort of Halford's look certainly, and yeah, the idea that there are certain musical cultures and lifestyles which are associated with leather clothing, including riding motorcycles. And I've literally seen, again, when I was first looking into them after beginning this, footage where he rides onto stage. In fact, I think Cindy was talking about that too, but yeah, where he rides onto stage on a motorcycle. So it feels like that kind of world, the idea that in his and the band's world, they are hell-bent for leather because it represents the badassery of the music style and ethos that they are conveying. So we'll see if that's actually what it's about. I noticed in the track listing on the master release on Discogs, it's quite a short tune, and indeed that brings up an interesting point because it says it's like 2.5 minutes long and that the final track is over 7 minutes. But there's only, as we go to begin this, about a little over 7 minutes left in the file that I've been working from. So ultimately, I don't know, maybe the master release is referring to like a different version of this. Maybe this gets cut off. We'll have to deal with it next time, I guess. But either way, I was intrigued by that. Regardless, let's listen. This is Judas Priest. The track is Hell Bent for Leather, and it's from the 1979 Unleashed in the East, live in Japan live album. Barking at us. Yeah, so on the master release on Discogs, it says beyond the reason or beyond the realms of death. But what did he just say there? Because it didn't sound like that. Starbreaker. Well, yeah, I don't know. I guess that's the explanation. I guess the track that's here as the last tune on this is different. I wonder if there's like if different versions. Yeah, some of these end with Tyrant. So I'll have to figure out what specific version this is, and maybe people will know the tune for sure that he just said, which again, it sounded like Starbreaker. But that would explain why the remainder of the file is not as long as I thought it should be based on the master release on Discogs. So in any case, yeah, it seems like not so much about the world of metal and just specifically, built around the idea of riding motorcycles, and you wear leather clothes in that context because if you fall, you don't want a t-shirt, you don't want just a pair of blue jeans because you're going to get shredded, you're going to get road rash, so to speak. So yeah, and it sounds like there's a notion that someone else might try to go faster or burn harder, but if if they're not hell-bent for leather, they're going to go down, they're going to die. So yeah, very intense song. I love that guitar solo. At first it was sort of that, Transylvanian, like Castlevania is what I've said in relation to some Iron Maiden guitar parts, which have that feel. But yeah, it had this sort of like dramatic, like 80s feel to it, even though again, I know this is 79 and the album, the song would have necessarily come from before this live album. But yeah, then it went into an even crazier level, and that like really caught my ear because I thought it was going to transition back into the like one more articulation of the chorus, which it eventually did, and which he then finally did Halford push his vocals up into that crazy territory where pretty much only he has access. But yeah, I enjoyed the second half of the guitar solo in particular. So yeah, cool tune, a short tune, a rockin' tune. Looking forward to hearing the last one, Starbreak or whatever it may be. And yeah, shout out to Cindy for once again sharing this this release and band with me, because again, it's a name I've known for a long time. And I had some sense that they played hard rock, but I didn't realize they were, number one, as metal as they are, and number two, that their vocalist, had insane ability at or beyond the level of some other crazy singers that I've already been listening to, including Bruce Dickinson for Iron Maiden, who, he can hit some heights too. But fair to say, over the course of this live album, which again, I was talking to Cindy about it, but yeah, there's a lot of discussion about the vocals on this, because I guess some of the audio was unusable, so they re-recorded some of them in the studio. So some people refer to it as unleashed in the studio. Either way, I support making it sound good. So even if it's not like a traditional live album, like just a true raw live recording, yeah, I am glad that we hear vocals that really, display the audacity and intensity of Halford's vocal range. So shout out to all that. Let me know what you think of this. We'll be back to finish this off next time. Peace.